The Next Titan Season 5 brings Charisma and Audacity, headlined by Heritage Bank. Weeks, 10 challenges, 10 boardroom, 1 house, 5 million naira and a Ford automobile. Who will become the next Titan Season 5? Previously on The Next Titan. This new house leader definitely got her own unique style of leadership.
Please come and sit in front, come and learn. Nobody say shit bed, mama fry.
Visit to Eternal PLC.
I am my product. When you see me, you want to get my product.
I think I shouldn't leave now because I'm passionately with
The eviction.
Canon, you are evicted.
Autocannon, who has been evicted from the house, is hosted by the headline sponsor of the show, Heritage Bank. It's a good report, which is beneficial to both parties in respect to future entrepreneurship possibilities.
Hello again. You are welcome to this week's episode of your favorite #1 reality TV show, The Next Titan. I am your host, Sas Igadaro Ajibade. Well, this is the 9th episode of the show, and the journey has been an adventurous one so far. Now, recalling from our very first episode where we had 18 Titans who came into the house, slugging it out week after week. Now, until last week, where we had the resilient 7 remaining. This week, which of the contestants remain? Which ones were you able to save? Who will prevail? Well, I'm sure you guys want to find out. Let's go.
This week begins with the contestants paying a visit to Afro Media, who are also one of the sponsors of the show.
We chose to have integrity and we chose to be transparent. Whatever it is that you have, if you are not thinking about the possibilities of the future and the things that are going on in the marketplace, you keep holding on to the glory of yesterday, you are likely going to just fizzle out. So whatever ideas you have now, one of the things that should have at the back of your mind is there is plan A. And when the rubber meets the road, there might be the need for plan B.
They are a reputable PR and media company. And of course, any insight these contestants can get to help their effort in their tasks is greatly welcomed. And they stopped by Nikitaros, who are also co-sponsors of The Next Titan.
Nikitaros started about 25 years ago, also with this same idea of a young person in myself, thinking that what can I do after graduating with a law degree, and was not happy with the law courts and the way the legal profession was being run. And one thing about entrepreneurial skill is that you must be very prepared to go all the hog. It's not going to be an easy ride. But if you believe, you must believe in what you're doing. And that is very, very critical. And once you believe in it, you're going to have some very good days and you're going to have some very bad days. But I'm going to tell you, please do not give up.
Also, among the items, the guitarists gave the contestants an assignment. They are to carry out a 2-hour traffic control at different spots in Lagos, including Maryland Roundabout, Allen Roundabout, Alausa Roundabout, under the Yaba Bridge, and Antonio. It's expected that they can liaise with complementary bodies like FRSC, LASMA, in executing this task. These contestants are now traffic officers under the umbrella of Nikitaros. Great way to give back to society. Well, thank God they have legal officials with them, lest they end up creating more traffic than quelling it.
Some say Africa's golden era is gone. A time when great African kings and queens built their dreams into empires, stretching across the continent and beyond. But we say a new era is upon us. A new set of African kings and queens are on the rise. Driven by the same wealth of character as the kings and queens before them. Building new empires of enterprise with the right partnership. So rise up wherever you are, new kings and queens of Africa. Embrace your full potential and be proud of your heritage. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
With the new Ford EcoSport, your world just got bigger.
CFAX Group, one of Africa's fastest growing multinational corporation with diversity in maritime, aviation, haulage and logistics, oil and gas, and hospitality, amongst others. CFAX Group operates globally with presence in the United States, United Kingdom, Ghana, South Africa, Holland, Belgium, Morocco, Spain, and Djibouti. CFAX Group's landmarks, achievement, and awards is facilitated by its excellent services from its subsidiaries like CFAX Ports and Cargo, CFAX Accor, CFAX Off Dock, CFAX Shipping, CFAX Haulage, CFAX Forwarding, CFAX Oil and Gas, CFAX Marine. CFAX, an entrepreneur juggernaut that is inspiring young entrepreneurs in Nigeria and Africa. CFAX Group, effective qualitative services and solutions.
Wait, so how many are we now?
As expected for every week, Tari, the house captain, must relieve her position and select a new house captain.
I'm dropping the mantle. Who has not led? Who has not led? Okay, Mr. Melvin, please shake me. She has, everybody has led. Oh yeah, shake me, congratulations. You are the new house leader. Please, let's go.
The contestants' choice are naturally inclined towards Melvin for house captain. He too holds no objection towards it.
No.
He is house captain.
Give it. So we are good. Chike, you didn't even do your job last week. So, hustle, get out. Go. What?
You guys ready for this week's task?
Yes.
But before we get into that, you know that you guys have to be broken up into groups, right? Not this week. You guys are going to be one group this week. So I'm giving you guys 30 seconds to tell me who your group leader is going to be, and that is excluding everyone that is on probation.
Their opinions are mutual. They all choose Chinyere as team lead.
Group leader, are you guys ready to find out what your task is for this week? All right, let's get it going. You should not be afraid, never. You guys are Titans. You always rise. All right, task number 8, promotions and presentations. Good day to you all. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to another week with an interesting challenge. Background challenge. Your task is to A, as a team, create advertising materials such as videos and print visuals with advert copy for Ford EcoSport. B, embark on marketing presentation on Ford EcoSports to be carried out at the Ford showroom at Victoria Island, where we are, and will be coordinated by Kochara's Ford team on Wednesday, the 14th of November, the last day of the 2-day exercise. Every member of the team will give a 5-minute creative presentation at the showroom before the Kochara's panel. Every member. Note, you have 48 hours to carry out this task. Contestants are free to work with the in-house production crew or external consultants in carrying out this project. Contestants are expected to present individually at the next boardroom and as well submit individual reports based on their individual inputs while carrying out the project. Maximum of 3 pages for individual reports, while the team leader, leader, is expected to send a group report with his or her own report, personal report infused therein.
The judging benchmark for the tasks are on these premises. 45% score for creativity, 30% score for presentation, 15% score for reporting. The task is delivered.
So this is a very special task. For the very first time this season, we are all working together as one team as opposed to being shared into 2. And me being the team leader makes it doubly special. So I feel more responsible. I feel a little bit more pressure, but I'm confident that the fact that we are all working together as a bigger team makes us stronger, and I believe that I will have something better. So I'm very excited to see how the week goes and how we perform at the boardroom.
Right there, they attend to the matter of the group brand name. It's a hush-hush affair. They all agree with Hallmark INC.
All for Hallmark, so both are quick. Yeah, Hallmark, so majority say Hallmark, so Hallmark it is. And for our slogan.
Next is their slogan. Advertising that works becomes their slogan. Now they can move on to the next stage of executing their tasks.
Alright, this looks so good on me. Anything that looks good on you should be yours. So I really deserve this. And the road from my place is very, very good. So it's going to ride smoothly there. And that's just, so I'm going home with this. EcoSport, nice.
Such a beautiful car, and I can't wait for it to be mine. Just 2 more weeks and I'll be driving this baby home. Such a gorgeous machine, modern, spacious. It will fit me and my business perfectly, like it was made for me, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. Woo!
The secret of having is believing that you already do. In my mind, it is mine. Let's take you for a ride. Ford EcoSport. I'll take my family in it.
Can't wait to win this car in like 2 weeks' time. This is gonna be my new baby. It's black, it's slick, it's fresh, it has that new car smell. It's all I've wanted, and I can't wait to have it.
Oh, I so want this car. The first time I checked it, everything was just perfect, and it's still perfect now. When can this be mine? I want you, I wish for you, come on, be mine.
Mama loves you. I know you're already mine. In Jesus' name, amen.
This is my new car. I love this car. Wonderful car. You can see the handbrakes. Everything is working fine. Oh, I love this dashboard actually. Pretty interesting stuff. So, in a couple of weeks' time, I'll be driving my car home, and I'm gonna take wonderful care of the Ford. Let's see how it goes. Thank you guys.
I've never owned a car before, so I wish this is just mine. Like right now, the whole feel. I want it. I want it to be real. I really want it to be real. So, I wish I go home with this at the end of the day. We're getting close to the end, but we have another task to tackle and accomplish. And this time is for Koshari's Ford Motors. We're making our TVC today, and we're also developing content for our print advert, which is a lot, but I believe that we have our plans on deck and we are ready to execute and kill it. Everyone has different roles to play here. For example, I'm the producer, and then we have Chike here, who will be our director for the shoot. And we have Oge, who's in charge. Oge and Tara are in charge of costume and makeup. Plus, Tara also developed our storyboard. Then we have Joy. Joy is also our script writer for this. And then Melvin and Sly will do continuity, will do post-production and other things.
It's notable that we are almost at the finals now, and everyone deeply nurses the urge to claim the star prize, irrespective of the appearance of their friendship bonds.
Alright, so today is day 2 of the task. Yesterday we spent it shooting our TVC and also our print adverts. So today we'll be heading straight to Oriental to meet the best editor to edit all our content, and we are sure we're going to have the best, right?
Absolutely. And also the 4 people at home, they'll be doing the report. There's Chinyere, Chike, and the rest of them.
Right. So they'll be also preparing the advert content for our advert copy. So basically they're not going to be sitting idle at home, they're going to be working as well. Right.
So everybody's engaged. Yeah. It's going to be the bomb. Let's watch out, guys.
Oh Lord, in Jesus' name, divine ideas are coming to us, oh Lord. We thank you, Lord Jesus. We are not going to err in this task, oh Lord, in Jesus' name.
It's sundown. The team retire to the house. They now leave the rest to the boardroom. As instructed in the task brief by the boardroom, the contestants are present at Koshari's showroom to each make their presentation before the panel. After which, they all carry out sales and marketing exercises of the Ford cars.
For us in Koshari representing Ford exclusively in Nigeria, it's always something we want to do, especially for not just loyal customers, but potential ambassadors. And when we say ambassadors, those are people like you.
In Nigeria, as a country, everybody has what we would call the hustler mentality, right? Which is good in itself, but just having that is not enough. I think what we should be striving for is to look at how we can make an impact.
Today, the contestants receive a special visit from Tiana, who is a serial entrepreneur, multi-talented and self-trained. She's a titan in her own right.
But I think the thing is, you know, when you raise your kids in your business, it's easy. And that's what my parents did for me. Everything I doing now, where businesses my mom was doing, and she passed on very early, and a few of us just took over different parts of our business, and I think I was the one that was just more interested in some parts of the business. I was a scapegoat basically. Every time she would mix cream or mix herbs, or she would send me to the market, buy me this, I really wanted my mom's skin. My mom has beautiful skin, so I used to steal her products to use. I started my businesses at the age of 16, so all this shaped it up for me. I was going to beauty school, I was juggling it with university, and my mom didn't even know I was in beauty school because she wanted me to concentrate on my education. So I feel like it was a pedigree, and at the same time, I really wanted to do it for myself. So when they call me Jack of all trades, trust me, people have insulted me. Oh my God, I've had people say, oh, what's wrong with that one? They do everything she wants to do, only her. Today, she's doing hair, she's doing skin, she's doing spa, she's doing tattoo, she's doing barbing salon, she's doing this. I'm like, you know what, don't let anybody talk you down out of whatever you want to do. Your idea might be one when you're here, but when you leave here, you need to expand. You need to mix up with more people. Nobody's an island. Nobody knew it all in a day. It was so hard for me to actually break, you know, this industry.
And after the serious talk, they all get it down with Mr. Melvin's musical serenade.
Oh, get it down, get it down, get it down, get it down. Oh, get it down, get it down, get it down.
The top 4 finalists would be Melvin, Chike, Tare, and Chinyere.
My best pals, I want them to be the finalists with me, which is Chinyere, Chike, Melvin, and myself.
Myself, Chike, Joy, and maybe Tare. So for the finale, I see myself, Tare, and Chike, and one other person.
I would say myself, Slyman, Chinyere, and Tare.
Myself, Chinyere, Chike, and Melvin.
Joy Udo. Chike Nwobi. Sylvester. And Chinyere Ugoji.
Even in the 11th hour of reaching the winning contestant of the next Titan, the contestants party the night away. They are also visited by some of the evicted contestants. Party is one thing they can control and determine, unlike the pending future in the boardroom, which they really have no power over. They make the best of the moment. The night is alive.
The club is going crazy. Oh, Gaga going crazy. Oh, Gaga going crazy. Oh, yeah, she's going crazy, crazy. Money time, go us out. Kia, Kia, go us out. Where, go us out. Oh, do some more fun. Oh, that's like Sunita. That's like Sunita. Sunita. Oh, baby, that's like Sunita. However, whenever. Money, who is the garden? A sexy fine girl. And I come and see you.
Hello, judges.
Thank you for every knowledge you've imparted upon me from the first week up until this moment. But for me, my journey is not over yet.
So I got a lot more to give out. So watch out for Melvin as I bring something that you have not seen.
I'm hoping that I make it to the top finalists. That what I did were enough to make me make it into the top finalists.
I hope this takes me to the final, and I'm sure that after this other boardroom session, I'll be making it to the finals.
I know I'm going to sail, or I hope I sail through to the finals.
I believe that I personally I will stand out in a good way, and yes, I hope. I'm excited about Sunday, and I promise to bring it.
I know and I believe I'm going to make it to the finals, and I'm going to do you proud. So let's see at the finals then.
Today, all 7 contestants head out to the boardroom. It's a murky situation in respect to who is going to be saved or evicted. This scenario has 3 contestants on probation from the last week's tax, of which some would be evicted and then the ones who may be evicted after today's session. So today, every contestant has got the gun pointed to their head. Optimism and guts are the only arsenal they carry.
Here we are, the last boardroom session, the last eviction session. As we are right now, there are 7 contestants vying for the title for the next Titan winner, Season 5. At the end of today's show, we'll know who our top 4 contestants are. Here they are. Hi. Hey. So I'm not even going to ask how you guys are feeling. I could feel it from here. Just have to tell you guys have been phenomenal. You've been amazing. Your top lucky 7 contestants. I wish you guys luck. I wish you guys much success here today and throughout the show and beyond. You guys do your thing. Make me proud. You guys ready to go in? Yes. Let's go.
The judges arrive the boardroom. The session commences.
Welcome, judges.
Thank you. You may sit.
Judges, seriously speaking, I would love to know what characteristics are you or are you not looking for in your top 4 finalists for the season?
Perseverance.
Determination, strong character, integrity, and a product that would bow and wow the nation.
The one who understands and knows their customers.
Judges, I leave it to you. Very hard decision to make, but the job has to be done. I'll be right outside. Thank you, judges.
Okay, Joy, Slyman, we had something that came to our attention after this session last week, and we want to address that issue. So we'd like the director to bring the other team. We came to the realization that there has been some discrepancy from last week's decisions, because as earlier mentioned about the key traits we were looking for, one borders on integrity, and as such we would want that to be addressed first before we go on with the program. I'll hand it over to Tanya.
Okay, it was brought to our notice today that you won on the basis of an inflow of 1.1 million. Is that correct?
Total sales of 1.1 million.
Last week, okay? And on the day of judging, you didn't have that amount, and it was said that that money had been paid into an account, all right? And based on that, my fellow judges on that day, taking your word for it, pronounced you as winners. On Monday morning, the money wasn't there. On Tuesday, the money wasn't there. On Wednesday, the money wasn't there. On Thursday, it still was not there. Melvin, I believe, this weekend, told them that the money was there. So just before coming in, I asked that the bank should be called, and I wanted to see evidence that the money was there. They sent in a message, and 220,000 came in either on Wednesday or Thursday. Not the full amount, first of all, but worse than that, it didn't come in on the day that you had said it had come in. Now it's too serious to be overlooked. So I want to know what happened. Now we have to make a decision, right? And that decision is either everybody as a team is liable or somebody was responsible for verifying and checking and presenting. So that's a decision that we have to make. If it's everybody as a team, then the whole team is gone. If one person is or 2 people are liable, then those 2 are gone.
State your position in the matter as to what really happened.
Of
create friendships and relationships, and it's not about that.
Everything is about friendship and partnership and team, etc., etc. But when it comes to issue that has to be that deals with integrity, then you need to state.
You need to stand up.
And stand up.
Okay, after I talked about it, two major people that kept on saying you can go in and spread it.
Two people insisted that what? Kept insisting that what?
When I asked
whether it should be
cash or credit. Two people were insisting that what?
It can go in, like
it should go in is cash.
Four of you were sitting down trying to make a decision. Somebody said, let's call and verify. I don't know who. Who said that?
I can't collectively
I think it's very important.
But in all
it wasn't you.
It
wasn't you. It was not you.
It was not me.
Okay? Who then made the decision
that they should go ahead and report
as cash in the report as cash?
Well, it was a collective.
It cannot be collective. Somebody made that decision.
No, it was not me.
You're the leader of the team.
You are the leader. Stand up now as a leader. Who made that decision?
It's a week now. I can't.
Melvin.
Yes, sir.
Who made that decision?
That decision didn't come from me.
Obviously. So who did it come from?
Not that I can recall at this moment.
I will still stand by the fact that this decision was made based on the phone call we had made to
It doesn't tell me.
He's not going to answer you.
He's not going to answer.
Let's move on.
Do you know the consequence of that answer?
Yes, sir.
You do?
No, sir, I don't know, sir.
You don't? Do you want to know the consequence of that answer?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right?
No, you're fine with the answer. Yeah.
You're fine with your answer, right?
Like I said earlier, what happened was because it was my client.
No, we don't want to answer.
Okay, sir. I didn't make the decision. I said, okay, this is my client, and this is the feedback I've gotten from the client up until this point. So in that regard, I think it's actual sales.
That's fine.
Jim, please now. Are you telling me? You're telling me that at the time of writing a report that is so critical as to whether or not money had come into the account, you had not made any other verification other than that call in the bus. And when you came to defend your position with the judges, you knew that you hadn't made any additional verification and you did not tell the judges. And you sat down there and you allowed your team members to say that they had done it. Is that what I'm hearing? Because that's how I'm reading what you're telling me.
Let me just say something very briefly. So the moment Mr. Nnamdi from Itana himself said, I have confirmed from the customer, we've given invoice and I've seen payments. After that time, to be honest, because our reports were due the next day, immediately we finished that task and it says, yes, okay. We just move on to writing report and marketing plan, which was going to take me a long time to do. So all through that night till the next day, I was just doing a marketing plan because we all believed that had
So
gone.
you are not in the room when the final report was being done?
Oh, we're normally together in the room.
And at that time when you were all together, there was no discussion about whether or
verification,
not... No, not verification. About whether or not this money had been received and it should be written as money received.
We didn't have that discussion because at that moment we didn't have a contrary feedback from either Etana that XYZ money is
all right, no problem. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
My opinion is very straightforward. When it comes to an integrity issue, it's not something that I joke around with. I was looking for leadership qualities in all of you as a team and individually. And I didn't see it. I saw people that were hiding behind, just dodging facts, and I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed in anyone in making their decisions today. For me, the greatest talent of a leader is not that they will get everything right. There are times when you make mistakes, but stand up and say, I made a mistake. It's my responsibility. That is what leadership is about. I did not see it in any of you. None. And we're dealing with integrity. The minute it started and we found out that this was the issue, my expectation is that at least one of you would have been able to stand up and say, this is what happened. At this point, I could have stopped it, I could have corrected it, and all of that, but it was my turn. None of you did that. I was totally disappointed. Absolutely disappointed. So as far as I'm concerned, none of you are staying in this house. That's my own responsibility. That's my take. I don't know what the judges are going to say, but me, none. I'm disappointed totally in all of you. I wasn't here for the task, but I expected that at least you'll be able to stand up. I made a mistake,
this is my error. That's what we need to see in leadership.
But in the circumstance, it seems a tough one to let you all go, and also doing some other way would be a bit too subjective because there are different interpretations of what happened. And I think we pretty much thought about what makes sense and what would be the fairest basis upon which we'll make a decision.
Somebody has to take full responsibility of the integrity issue. And when it comes to a business, a nation, or even a family, integrity rests at the top, and the leader of that team sets the tone. And therefore, Melvin, you are evicted.
Thank you.
Do you have any words for us?
I would say that I didn't see it coming because there were a lot of controversies, and I tried to do my best, and I always do my best.
Thank you. You can leave.
Now you watched it, and we have seen our resilient 7 lose one of its own. Melvin unfortunately takes a bow out of the show. Now, it is a very, very sensitive period at this stage of the show, and the day is far from over for the remaining 6. Their fate is still hanging on a string. Let's go back into the boardroom and find out their fate. Let's go.
I am gap-toothed black girl, back corner of class, scribbling left-handed poetry on blank paper. Save the school's curriculum for later. I am overflowing tales by moonlight, that informal education. Trickling off the tip of my grandmother's tongue, you will find my mother's tongue here. A fast and fluent Yoruba, crisscrossing English, hidden messages in prose and proverbs, call it Yorubanglish. And I am the miracle of melody, nestled deep in the groove of a rich high life rhythm, a child of the marriage of hip hop and Afro beats, and you can hear our voices pulsing beneath the skin of a talking drum, commanding hips to move without caution. And I am sky high, gele, bold and beautiful. We redefine fashion, wear our stories around our necks and from our ears so we never forget the voices of our ancestors. This heritage, this heartbeat, this is who I am. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
Bedmate Furnitures, dealers in all styling and comfort furniture services. Bedmate Furnitures has years of experience in the industry, and we have compiled one of the best portfolios of office furnitures and home furniture. Most of our decks and chairs are discount prices, and all furniture styles are available. If you want the best furniture for your office, choose Bedmate Furniture today. Bedmate Furnitures, for furnitures you can show off.
Meccano International Limited is recognized all over the West African region as a leading solution provider and a preferred partner in the electrical, mechanical, steel fabrication, heavy equipment and construction industries. Meccano has evolved into a multinational powerhouse with 4 major divisions: power generation, steel fabrication, products and solutions, Hyundai heavy equipment and forklifts. Its vast expansion has made huge impacts on the Nigerian economy, with factories spanning a 120,000 square meter space, over 2,000 employees and daily operations involving 220 vehicles. Meccano is indeed an important stakeholder in the Nigerian economy. Meccano's overriding objective is to deliver optimal service from start to finish, from production to delivery and after-sales support. Meccano, the powerful solution beyond power generation.
With that part of the eviction session done, they begin the usual process of making their presentations.
Our company, Hallmark INC, we're into advertising and communications for brands, and our goal is to build lasting impressions and also build brand equity for our clients. So one of our customers, Kosharis Nigeria, contracted us to develop advertising materials including video, a TVC, as well as print materials to promote the Ford 2018 EcoSport compact SUV. Now, the objectives for these projects were to generate ideas for the task itself,
to create and produce a TV commercial for the Ford 2018 EcoSport SUV, to design and produce print materials for the SUV, and then to carry out our individually assigned tasks. And our first point of action was to do research on the brand Ford itself, the EcoSport range, especially to see what the upgrades were for this 2018 model. We also tried to do more insight, to see more insight about who the target market were and how best to reach those people. The next was to brainstorm on ideas for the TV commercial as well as the print. So we did our sessions and we had creative back and forth, and then decided on which story to go for, which concept to go for. Also, I was able to assign individual roles to the team members depending on their strengths as well as the interest that they indicate that they wanted to play on. After that, storyboards were created, scripts were also generated for the TV commercial. And then we went on the next day to book for location as well as the props we'll be using, because we were able to get permission to use the Costaris showroom at VI. So we also got a Ford vehicle to use for the shoot. So all these arrangements were made on the first day, and the next day we went straight to shooting and then to edit. So I think I'll just stop here and then show the TV commercial as well as the print materials that we created. These are a few of the materials we brought up for the print. We had one with a model, we had another one showing the strength of the vehicle, and then we had another one to show how new and how upgraded that these models were. This is just a few of the physical copies of the print.
Sorry, so who did design? Let me understand that. Who was you? All of you people.
We came up with the concept, and then
every one of you
printing. Yes, every one of us did. So we have a guide in our report showing how we wanted the art to look, and then we sent it out for printing. Okay. Then also we made a T-shirt showing in front of the vehicle as well as
whose wording is that? Big upgrade in a small.
This is the global tagline for the Ford 2018.
So it wasn't yours? For 2018. Okay. Yes, so it's not your tagline. Ford or for the EcoSport?
For the EcoSport.
For the EcoSport brand.
Okay. 2018 EcoSport.
Everyone will each make their presentation this time, beginning with Chinyere, the leader.
I came up with the story idea initially, and then did some copywriting for the print as well as assigning up with tags like an EP would do. So those are things that I came up with that rationale for the story, because upon studying the TG, I saw that if this product is for the millennial female, that's people like me. So we have to meet people who, or talk to people who were relevant to our market, especially here in Nigeria. So things like the traveling, things like hanging out, things like she and her friends and family, all those concepts was what inspired the idea coming from my head. And we don't want to go with the regular story of family and children and all this. And this is a compact SUV too, so it's not a full-blown SUV. So that was how I came about with the story.
Joy is next up.
I wrote the script, and in the script was the female millennial idea, where the female was with her friends. And because I liked the idea of owning the 2018 Ford EcoSport, it was easy to translate the role into the way that customers would best understand it.
So for the storyboard artist, after Chinyere came up with the storyline she wanted, I had to visualize it so the director could work with it. So I put the whole thing into visuals.
And we decided to come up with the particular logo to pick, and which I designed, and I put the evidence also in my report.
So I creatively came up with the name of the company, which is Hallmark, to show that this is the apex of advertising in country, as well as the tagline which states advertising that works. Fast forward to when Chinyere designated the roles, I was given the role of the director, and my role as the director had me to do with taking the storyboard as well as the script from the script writers and the storyboard designer to project this into an executable project. Also, with respect to the shirt as well, I was part of the design of the shirt. I gave the creative content of the shirt.
And finally, it's Slyman.
I was the continuity supervisor. I was in charge of the post-production as well as the print visual adverts.
Now, today's critic session is open to any contestant to critique any of his or her colleagues' input.
Okay, in my opinion, the quality of the TVC should have come at a higher pixel than what we are seeing.
Who are you talking to?
Slyman is
okay,
the
so Sly is your... Okay. Sly, do you have a response to that?
All I want to say is that when you brought the person to me initially, and when we saw the quality of the job, everyone agreed that it was okay. Personally, I feel we could have done more, but this is the best we could have at this point. The group leader, I felt at some points, that's Chinyere now, she was a bit, she didn't really give room to people to express themselves the way they wanted to. I believe she would have been more subtle or listen more to people so that some of the things that happened wouldn't have happened. That's what I just personally feel.
The people who give us permission said 5 o'clock, I had to call you to order. So I don't think I was out of place by trying to control our time and our excesses.
Okay, when you were assigned costume and makeup, why didn't you come back to the team to say you could not do makeup, so would have reassigned it to someone that actually carried out the makeup?
So during the team meeting, if you were paying attention, Chinyere assigned the roles. And then she said, costume, props, okay, hair, makeup, okay, and Tare, that's you. So you were there. And then what did I say when she said that? I said, my hands are not too strong with makeup, especially the type of makeup you ladies put on. Mine is quite different.
If you're looking at what we actually did and the script and the storyboard, there was no change in your script afterwards, and there was just a small change in her storyboard. But from director's end, I didn't see any control from his end on both sides to merge everything and make sure it's seamless and matches exactly with what we have on screen.
But in shooting the project itself, we realized that he ended up turning more or less into an African magic movie as opposed to a TVC.
I've seen the script when it came. The script
that's what I'm saying. It was becoming so long of an African magic story, because in the end, you see all those story of Amina, you see Amina and all that conversation.
African magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking her question. Of course, you have to shoot different shots, and at the end, you chop it and screw it into what you see on the TV.
All right.
So we will deliberate and let you know of the 2 people that would be evicted.
I know people, an ancient collection of tribes, histories stretching from parchments in Timbuktu to groundnuts, pyramids and knockout. A civilization that spawned magic from bronze. We were kings and queens once, before Lugar the Mongol Pack. Hold your history books to the light, check the facts. How we invented language to teach wisdom and medicine to heal ourselves. There was an empire in Oyo, republics in the east, warriors in the south, and every hamlet in the north had its sage, or people of culture and heritage, reclaiming their civilization from the sea of self-doubt, one idea at a time, every river feeding an ocean like believers to a dream. Every legacy has its story, and yours is about to begin. Heritage Bank, your timeless wealth partner.
CFAX Group, one of Africa's fastest growing multinational corporation with diversity in maritime, aviation, haulage and logistics, oil and gas, and hospitality, amongst others. CFAX Group operates globally with presence in the United States, United Kingdom, Ghana, South Africa, Holland, Belgium, Morocco, Spain, and Djibouti. CFAX Group's landmarks, achievement and awards is facilitated by its excellent services from its subsidiaries like CFAX Ports and Cargo, CFAX Accor, CFAX Off-Dock, CFAX Shipping, CFAX Haulage, CFAX Forwarding, CFAX Oil and Gas, CFAX Marine. CFAX, an entrepreneur juggernaut that is inspiring young entrepreneurs in Nigeria and Africa. CFAX Group, effective qualitative services and solution.
With the new Ford EcoSport, your world just got bigger.
The judges deliberate further. Now they declare their verdict.
Based on our discussions and deliberations, Slyman, you are evicted.
Slyman falls.
Or do you have a few words for us?
In life, they say you must have at its mentors. So I want to request that you all be my mentor in life going forward, and to also have direct access to each and every one of you for my business endeavors. That's just my request.
Slyman takes his leave off the show. The judges make their further verdict.
Tare, you're saved. Chere, you're saved. And if you can excuse us, give us reasons why we should save you. We are going to save 2 people, and 1 person would be evicted.
I don't think my learning in this academy is done yet. I believe I still have a lot to learn, even though this academy just has 1 more week to go. I have knowledge, I have learned so far from the board, but I believe I still need to learn more. And for this reason, I think I should still remain in the academy and move on to the finals.
I want to make it to the next week because I want to show the world what we can do in Nigeria. I want the educational system to change. DStv goals says that equitable education should be provided for all, inclusive education. And that's what I'm bringing here with this mobile app. Because it defies lots of things, lots of problems that is happening in the educational system now. And that's what I'm bringing to the table here. And that's exactly why I want to make it, because I want to make that difference. And this platform is giving me that opportunity to make the difference.
Every week, I fight to continue to stay in the show. My journey throughout this whole show has not been that of luck or chance. I have fought to continue being on the show every week. Regardless of what happens, regardless of how hard the task is, I keep pushing because my foundation is strong and my mind has been made up. I'm here to win.
We'll now deliberate and let you know. It's a tough one. After a lot of deliberations, we've come to the conclusion that all 3 of you are evicted. No, I'm just joking. You are all safe.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God!
So we'll see you in the finals.
Oh, thank you!
10 weeks, 10 challenges, 10 boardroom, 1 house, 5 million naira and a Ford automobile. Who will become the next Titan Season 5?
If you were to describe today's boardroom session with just 1 word, what would it be? Heightened, intensive, extreme? Well, I leave that up to you. Unfortunately, Slyman also says goodbye to the show, and we have 5 contestants left. Chinyere, Tare, Oge, Joy, and Chike. Now we are days away from crowning our winner of the next Titan Season 5, and you absolutely do not want to miss it. Next week, we will absolutely find out who that person is. Recognition to our headline sponsor of the next Titan Season 5, Heritage Bank, and also to our associate sponsors. This is where we draw the curtain on today's episode, but before I go, I leave you with this quote from renowned media proprietor, talk show host, and philanthropist, and of course one of my favorites, Miss Oprah Winfrey. So go ahead, fall down. The world looks different from the ground. I'm your host, Osas Igadaro Ajibade. Until next time.
The next Titan Season 5. Brains, Charisma and Audacity, brought to you by Heritage Bank in association with CFAX Group and other supporting sponsors.